here. So I make sure that I'm on point with that. I need you to do me a favor, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is a beautiful, absolutely gorgeous and sexy Saturday. I should do that. Happy sexy Saturday. Here in the ATL. It's going to be hot, kind of nice, cool, warm day, but I'm pretty sure it's going to pick up speed as the noontime comes upon us. So you're in Hotlanta, at least I'm in Hotlanta. Many of you are in Hotlanta. So I want people to share with me where they are from and how is your day going so far. We're going to give other people, those Johnny come latelys, about 5 minutes. And that's one rule that they're going to learn from me, is that in order to be on time, I am always there. At least if I'm supposed to be at a place at 12 o'clock or 12 p.m., I'm there at 11:30 and I'm on time. And I suggest you stay ahead of the time margin too, because one thing I'm very clear about that is that people's time is very, very precious. That's one of the lessons that I learned when I became a millionaire, that I could always get the money back, but I could never, ever, ever, ever get the time back. So I value your time right now. I want to thank you so much for spending time out of your busy schedule with me. And because of that, I promise you it's going to be really, 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 truly well worth your time to being on board. So first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to inquire, because I'm going to share my screen now with everyone. I just want everyone to let me know if you see my screen. Can you see my screen? And more importantly, I'm on my Facebook page, because a lot of you who I met and whom I have been corresponding with has met me on Facebook. And so we're going to begin there, because that's where we join forces. So I need everybody to let me know how you're doing. I need you to let me know also if you can see my screen. This is very important. I need some comment. This is going to be a participatory event. So click on in the little box below and let me know if you definitely see my screen and that you can hear me before I begin. Okay, let's see here. Da, 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 da. Let's see to make sure. Oh, good, wonderful. Okay, all I needed was one person. Hey, Jackie, how are you? Beautiful diva, good to have you on this wonderful call. That's all I needed, just one individual, because I am going to begin. Hi, everybody. Once again, we're going to reboot. We're rebooting today. It is United Spirits of Abundance, USA, USA, USA. And we're using the acronym USA because of the fact that the United States of America was founded on the opportunity in the Constitution that everybody had the rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And one of the things that make us very, very happy in this great capitalistic society, they call it the richest. They don't call it one of. They call it the richest country in the world. So you have to ask yourself this one important question. And that is, if we live in the richest country in the world, how is it that so many people are poor? Or some people might call it broke. Or some may call it pitiful and pissed off about it. It's like fish in the ocean looking for water. I personally believe that there should not be a single poor soul in the United States of America. I strongly believe that because we live in the richest country in the world. Like I said, there's abundance surrounding. I promise you, when you walk out your house, you're going to see the cars, you're going to see the real estate, you're going to see the abundance of people spending money and making money. So, you're surrounded by all this abundance and all this prosperity. There should be no way that if you're marinating in that you should be poor. I have people that come over here from Russia and within a year's time become a millionaire, or come over from China or Africa or Canada or New Zealand or Peru or, so many countries, Antarctica, all over the world, come to America and they amass fortune. Then I have people who have lived there all their life and they've been living paycheck to paycheck, robbing Peter, pay Paul, pitching pennies. How can that be? That even people that aren't even here in the United States of America, or even people that even come from abroad, know nothing about our system and culture, amass success. Well, we're we're going to peel away at that major big onion that's in existence to basically answer those whys. Because though I'm here right now in abundance with you, my story kind of started out really rocky, and I'm going to share that with you because I think it's very important that before you get any information from anybody, you have to fully know a little bit about that person. Study the histology of the individual to determine whether or not I am worth your time, and also your commitment to wanting to get to the next level. Because I put that big, bold statement out. This is a millionaire mentor program. And with that said, I have to follow up with what gives me the credentials. Like, you would never go to a doctor if he didn't have a degree and allow him to perform surgery on you. Let's just say if he didn't have any experience, and more importantly, successful experience on performing surgical procedures on an individual. You want to see his credentials, his accomplishments, as well as his results. Okay. And so that's what I'm going to do to you, because ironically, as I say that to you, I am a doctor. I am a naturopathic doctor, and I deal with holistic remedies and modalities in order to heal the mind, body, and spirit of my clients. But I'm here with you also. So I am very good in the health alternative arena, but I also have reached some appeal and some status in the wealth alternative arena. And I'll share that with you. That's why you see those wonderful little icons on. I was in a Louise Hay movie, You Can Heal Your Life. I was also on the Talk TV show. I'm sure many of you probably watch that on a weekly basis. Haven't watched that in years. I don't watch TV because I'm trying to basically be a star in my life. So I suggest you do the same thing too, and hopefully get you off the tube and having fun in your reality TV show. I was on Fox, NBC, CBS, the BET reality show, Mom, Myself, and I. I was even in the National Enquirer, ladies and gentlemen. So there's no fluff, fillers, and binders as far as how I was able to achieve a success, and also on Black Enterprise and numerous other Michael Baisden show, Montel Williams show. I even got a phone call from Oprah. I almost made the Oprah Winfrey show. But denial does not mean no. So we'll talk about that at another time. But the key thing, the reason why I was on all of these particular advertisements, media sources, and the like, and also I've been Huffington Post online and offline, media arena, is because, ladies and gentlemen, I went from being a homeless mom with just $36 in my checking account to a millionaire in 18 months. And I don't tell you this story to impress you, but to impress upon you, ladies and gentlemen, this is the no excuse zone. Excuses are the tools of the incompetent that build monuments of nothingness. And those that specialize in their usages are seldom capable of anything else but excuses. So the reason why I say that to you, ladies and gentlemen, because look, I started out my millionaire journey without a job or a business. I was homeless, ladies and gentlemen, with a River was 6 months old baby in my arms. Okay. So I want you, River, no, let me take it back. No, he was a year, because it was 2001 when we had the let me get my bearings here. No, yeah, he was almost a year and a half. But as you know, he was still in my arms, because they don't walk until they're about 2 on. Because I remember I was carrying him around. In a nutshell, with the baby in my arms, okay, I was staying at the Placer County Women's Center when I bought my first house. You want to know how I did that, right? Because, people must say, wait a minute, why would you make that ridiculous decision, you're homeless. How could you go buying a house? And it was real simple for me, ladies and gentlemen. I was very clear. I did not want to get back into that rat race. If I sat there and got back into that rat race and started renting an apartment, and you know what it costed, I wouldn't have money to put the down payment on the house, to save and all that, yada, 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 yada. So my theory was real simple at the time, that I was so low, ladies and gentlemen, I could do nothing but go up high. Okay. But back to the issue at hand. We'll talk about that story at another time. But what I want to tell you, my main thing, the point that I want to get across to you today is that this is the no excuse zone. I don't care where you are in your life. If I can do this with $36 in my checking account, with literally no any form of employment or any form of, I didn't even get an unemployment check. I mean, I didn't even have that. I just want you to fully get this, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. But I made a way out of no way. And what I want to do is cut to the chase on how I was able to do it. Because this is the main thing that most people need when they get involved with a millionaire mentor. And that is, they need to fully understand, because on my journey, I figured out 3 key strategies. When I was writing my book, I have 2 hot selling books out that I wrote 10 years ago, actually 11 years ago now. 10 years ago for Wealth Chance. Yay, we're celebrating the 10th anniversary as far as that is concerned. So one of the key things is that, just now someone on Facebook, Rob Day, that's amazing. Rob Day actually commented. Rob Day, I'm going to stop for a second because this is like an omen type of thing. Rob Day, this guy right here, was my millionaire mentor. Isn't this a blessing? Look at this. Oh, hey, Elon. Good to see you. I'm over 4 million a year now. I enjoy having you on my team in California, praying for you to have a blessed life. Now, this is absolutely perfect, ladies and gentlemen. This is absolutely perfect. And I tell you why. I mean, Rob just now really, legitimized what I'm about to say to you. This is really amazing. Rob Day was my millionaire mentor when I was striving to become a millionaire in California. Remember, I was homeless in California. And this is what we're about to talk about. So just remind me to get back to Rob Day. I think I'm not going to remember because this is segue off slightly on what I was going to talk about. But he's absolutely perfect. And I know Rob's not lying about that 4 million because when I met him, he was a millionaire. So anyway, so with that said, and also Rob is the head of a network marketing company. So we want to talk about that too. Rob is head of the network marketing company that I was in, that made me my first 6 figures in network marketing. So there it is. Okay, proof in the pudding. And like he said, I haven't spoken to him in quite some time. But yes, this is what this is all about. So let's get back to the issue at hand. So the one, I figured out 3 key factors that helped me get to becoming a millionaire that you're going to need to invest into. Because this is all about investing. Okay, I invested into me. So I'm going to suggest you invest into you. And I'm going to show you how I was able to do it. And Rob is really helping me out today. Thanks, Rob. He doesn't even know it. But anyway, back to the issue at hand. And that's why I have you on Facebook, because I really want you to fully grasp what I'm sharing, because this is the whole truth and nothing but the truth. There is no binders, no fillers, no sugars in this conversation. Absolutely nothing but concrete, factual information, case studied, experience, and I have proof, because documentation always beats conversation. Okay. So the number one thing you need to do, so I'm going to go back here because I kind of post this stuff right here on my Facebook page. The number one thing that you need to do in order to get to the next level, you have to develop a wealth consciousness. And kind of within that consciousness, you got to have that financial education. Okay. Most people, and I'll be the first to raise my hand. I'm not going to talk about anybody here. And I'm sure there's nobody on this call. I'm sure everybody here is doing absolutely fabulous. But I'll be the first to raise my hand. I'll tell on myself. I had a poverty consciousness, and I was literally addicted to poverty. And I'll be honest with you, I had to get some therapy. I'm a recovering brokeaholic. And the main therapy philosophy that I have had was real simple. $1 a day keeps poverty away. But more importantly, for me, hundreds of dollars a day keeps poverty away. And that's what it's going to have to be for you. So each and every single day, I'm striving to bring in the funds to keep me in a comfort zone of prosperity and abundance. And I suggest you do the same thing too. So that's the first thing. You got to get that financial education, because, one of the key things is that, I've always explained to people is that wealth is truly accessible to everybody. It does not discriminate. Doesn't care if you're tall or short, doesn't care if you're black or white, doesn't care if you're straight or gay, doesn't even care if you're rich or poor. It is available for each and every single one of us. And why? Because we know people, and that's why I say this is a no excuse zone. We know so many people who are homeless. Who was homeless? Steve Harvey was homeless. I could J.K. Rowling, the Harry Potter queen, was homeless or on welfare. Tyler Perry was homeless for a period of time before he got to the next level. So what I'm trying to say to you, that if you're in the worst predicament, that's the best predicament to be in, because you're in great company. Because ironically, the best stories that I've ever heard about people who have reached abundance was because they didn't have a pot to piss in or window to throw it out in. Excuse the language, but I really want to get you to fully grasp where I'm coming from. Okay, so the number 2 factor is credit. Credit is queen. Ladies and gentlemen, you can't buy a house or a car, and lately you can't even get a good job without having decent credit or things of that nature. Well, let me rephrase that. Yeah, you can buy a house, you can buy a car. Oh, but boy, you're going to pay for it in interest that's going to keep you broke and poor, okay? You don't want to do that, okay? And last but not least, number 3, matter of fact, you can't even rent a car without decent credit. Even getting to college, they even judge you as far as college entry and things of that nature in a lot of respects. Try to get a merchant account, to even run a business, you've got to have decent credit to be able to do that. So credit really plays a major role to get to the next level. And I'd be the first to tell you that was one of the arenas that I was in, because I'm queen of using other people's money in order to get to the next level. With other people's money, ladies and gentlemen, I was able to buy a house. I was able to buy my car. I was able to buy my real estate investment portfolio. I was able to buy my businesses literally on my credit card. When I had my first naturopathic private practice, I spent $60,000 on credit cards because the bank, being African American, that's another conversation. Don't want to get into that, but let's keep it real, was not going to loan me the money because I was a female, because I was an African American, and they always say, if you want to borrow $100,000, you got to have $100,000 in the bank. What if I had $100,000 in the bank? I wouldn't need to borrow it, right? I know, crazy, but that's the reality of the situation. Okay. So the last but not least thing, cash. Cash is king, ladies and gentlemen. I was very much house rich, but I was cash poor. So this is the other key factor, that you must be able to acquire the cash in order to really do the investment, because that is what we call free money. With credit is you got to sometimes pay for that money. But if you hang out with me, I'm going to teach you how to get credit money for free. Oh boy, ladies and gentlemen, I got some secret gold nuggets underneath my hat that's designed, and that is definitely there for you. So those are the 3 things. If you decide to work with me in the Millionaire Mentor Program, that we are really going to dive into, we are really going to be able to grasp in order to be able to do that. So Elon, how were you able to do that? So let's get back to my man Rob Day. Let's get back to him, okay? This is what he said. The fact that Rob Day, when I was building my first millions. And this is one thing that I said, if you go down and read my post, I say, you have to be a jack of all trade and master of some in the 22nd century. Okay. It's played out where you've already been told, and we've already been brainwashed to believe that if you're a jack of, all trades, you'll be master of none. That you should sit down and you should focus just on one thing to accomplishment. Well, in today's society, you will be left behind in the dust. Somebody even shared, which is very true, that most millionaires have 7 streams of multiple residual income coming in. So you want to write that down. You want to have multiple streams of income, ladies and gentlemen. You want to have residual income, because there is a difference. You want to have passive income, because there is a difference. And you want to get away from linear income. So this is a very participatory kind of presentation. It's not all about me. It's truly all about you. So I want to ask a couple of you here today. I want everybody to post in here for me. Do me a favor. Post in here. What is linear income? I want everybody to post in here. Somebody answer me. What is an example of linear income? or tell me what linear income is. Give me an example or tell me what linear income is, because we're going to learn today. Because like I told you before, financial knowledge is power, but financial knowledge equals profit. And let me be very clear. On my wealth journey, I have this famous saying, write it down, get it, always. I hope you're taking copious notes. I hope you have a pen and pencil. When you have a millionaire talking to you and giving you advice to help them become a millionaire, most likely this information will help you become a millionaire too. That's what I did. I became coachable and I became a copycat of Rob Day. I watched what he did, and that's why I joined his network marketing business, because it was a very inexpensive way, for me to be able to sit down and get coached for free in personal development from somebody who was where I wanted to be. Okay, so I joined his network marketing company for that reason. He is in a financial services educational program, hint, which I'm going to be sharing with you today. That got me to the next level. I learned about mortgages. I learned about real estate. I learned about how to qualify. I learned about that, which helped me build my real estate portfolio. And guess what? I got paid to help other people do the same thing. I mean, this is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, are you feeling me? This is where you're planting a couple of trees with one seed where everybody truly wins. Okay? So I helped other people get real estate. I help even people get out of real estate, sad deals because of lack of education. Like I said, I wish I could share. I would be here for 3 or 4 hours, all the stories I have to share with you, but I want you just to stay focused on what I'm sharing with you, ladies and gentlemen. So the one key factor is I joined a network marketing company, and I made 6 figures within that network marketing company. And I took that education and I invested it into mortgages packages that helped me amass $5 million worth of real estate, and made me have a cash flow of $1.5 million. And what it helped me do was help make 2 other people millionaires, because they followed my system in order to build those millions, which I copied for somebody else's simple and added my tweaks and things of that nature to that system to really carve out my niche and make it doable for people that didn't have any money to basically get involved with the real estate investment arena. Donald Trump would tell you that, he pulled himself up by his bootstraps, but he doesn't tell you that his dad gave him, I think, either $7 or $9 million. And keep in mind, that was during the 70s. So that $7 or $9 million today has the same value of like 60 million to $100 million to invest in real estate. And what Donald Trump did, though, and which what I did was I leveraged my people who had what? They had good credit and they had cash. Okay, I'm gonna keep that in mind. They had good credit and they had cash. And we formulate limited partnerships and we put our money in the pot, and the rest was history after that, because it takes what? The team to make the dream. I didn't say it had to be your money. I didn't say it had to be your credit. I didn't have to say it had to be all your cash. But if everybody could come together and use all their resources in order to be able to do that, then they'll get to the next level. So let me see if someone answered my question. What's the linear income? Did anybody answer my question? What about age? Poof! Age doesn't even matter. If you talk about age in order to develop money, are you kidding me? That's the least of your concern. Give you a prime example. Let's see here. Money that does not increase as appreciation occurs. Okay, very good attempt. Now I'm going to break it down and make it real simple. Linear income is your job. You get paid when you go to work and do a job. That's it. Doesn't go up, doesn't go down. It's just linear. When you work, you get paid. Boom. Whereas passive income is you do something one time. Like Elvis to the day, that is a doorknob. I mean, it sounds so crass. I'm sorry. But I'm just saying, he's just not with us anymore. Michael Jackson's not with us anymore. My favorite, James Brown, is not with us anymore. But they have estates, and their family members are making money to this day from records they did 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 50 years ago. And they're still making money every single day from these particular, and they call them royalty. That is what you call passive income. Doing one thing one time. Making money while you sleep, making money in your PJs are examples of passive income. Passive, you don't have to do anything for that money to come in. Investing in, Forex trading, passive income. You just put your money in the bank. You let somebody else trade it for you, and you just go to your bank account and you see money flowing, etc. Or even yourself, you could be doing your own type of trading as an example. Or, you can look at it as stocks and bonds and mutual funds and all that kind of wonderful stuff on Wall Street. You can look at it as that is a form of passive income, okay? Or having invested money in oil wells and gold and the like, passive income, okay? Or having been a part of a hedge fund, passive income, okay? Now, what about all of this? 11 years ago, in my book, Dynamic Diva Dolls for Women Who Aren't Afraid to Become Millionaires, because after I achieved my success, I was very, very clear about the fact that I was so excited. Honey child, you might have thought, and really, and I say the joking, I found Jesus, because I did. I became so much more spiritual because God was ordering my steps throughout the whole entire process, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll give you an example in a minute. But one of the things that I wanted to hit home onto is that communicate sacredness, build it, share it, and spread it. That's what I'm sharing with you are my sacred gold nuggets and tips, but it really isn't a secret. It really is the old timers way, because the greatest prosperity book of them all is truly the Bible. Just absolutely sensational as far as expounding on building abundance, and so many people tend to not look at it because we've been taught and brainwashed that money is the root of all evil. No, ladies and gentlemen, it said it in the Bible, the love of money. When you start making money your God, now that's a problem. I don't have that misunderstanding. I'm very clear that my source, the universe, God, provided me with the abundance of money because of the fact that I was staying in light, I was staying in love, and understanding truly where my blessings was coming from. And that's why I continue to be rewarded with the great deal of abundance that's in my lifestyle. You see, ladies and gentlemen, I didn't want to become rich and wealthy because I wanted the house on the hill. Everybody talks about, the house and going on and, buying jewelry and taking trips all over the world and, driving Mercedes Benzes and Land Rovers and Porsches and Lamborghinis and Rolls Royces and Bentley. Now, don't get it twisted. I did have the pleasure of enjoying all of that and having my cake and eat it too. But let me tell you the real reason, my why. And I pinch myself every day because I am living my dream, ladies and gentlemen. I get to stay home and raise my kids. Yes. Yes. And unlike so many of you who are blessed with a wonderful mate to be able to support you and allow you to be able to do that. Unfortunately, I didn't have that privilege. I didn't have that particular blessing. So I had to make a way out of no way. I wanted to live comfortably. I wanted to be thriving. I don't want to be surviving as a single mother. Okay. I didn't want that because my mother went through that. My mother was a phenomenal woman, and she was my first millionaire mentor because she was able to go from a single mom on welfare raising 2 kids to a millionaire by owning a successful beauty salon in Philadelphia, PA. So I did have my mentors, and I had my mentor. She taught me so many awesome golden nuggets. But more importantly, she taught me to keep the main thing. And the first business is what, ladies and gentlemen? You know me. It's the family business. So keep that in perspective, okay? So this is what I really wanted to hit home to. These are the things that I really wanted to share with you, as far as what's going on and what we're doing and how we're able to get to the next level. So I hope I fully have your undivided attention as far as where we're going and why I have the credentials in order to be able to get to the next level. So my question for you, ladies and gentlemen, this is my real question for you. I'm getting a lot of pings in here. Okay, different. Wonderful. I know, because the more, Cheryl, the more they stay, the more they change, the more they stay the same. It's just a pink bow instead of a blue bow. You're right, absolutely. Millionaire are going to be talking and saying a lot of the same thing. It's just going to be a little bit different in our conversation and what we're saying, but we truly are. It's a formula to success. And think about it this, ladies and gentlemen. Let me get you to completely relax. It truly is. It truly is. It truly is simple. Now, it is not easy, but it is simple. And I'm begging you, people just make it complicated. Don't make it complicated for yourself. A lot of you are making it truly complicated. A lot of you, are having some challenges in that area, and that's okay. So I'm going to ask you your first question. This is a quiz, ladies and gentlemen. I want everybody to put in the box right now. Right now. This is really what I want to know. Are you a millionaire? Put it in the box right now. 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 Put it in the box. Are you a millionaire right now? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. This is very participatory. Let's see what other people have been putting down here. Okay, here we go. I'm not gonna say if they're right or wrong. I'm just curious to see what people are saying here. Okay. 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 Okay, I'm going to put the answer in here in a second. Okay. Okay, I'm going to go up. I'm going to put the answer in a second. All right, let's see. Let's see how my friends. Okay, no, let's see. Everybody put in. Okay, here we go. Let's see here. Okay, some of you are not answering. I know there are 9 people on this webinar. Okay. And the thing about it is this went out to hundreds and thousands of people. And there are only 9 people on this webinar we're having right now. Now, some people are going to say, we're going to watch the replay. Bless their heart and soul. I hope the replay does work out for them. But there are 9 people on this webinar. You might say to yourself, oh my goodness, there are so little people on this webinar that apparently, what Elon has to share is not that important or not that valuable. No, no, no. Contraire, mon frère. And I don't speak French, but I'm speaking a little bit now to you. In a nutshell, ladies and gentlemen, I always say this. I traveled all over the USA. I have done millions of workshops. I've been doing this for 10 years plus. I've got even family members that are not buying into my program or my system. You've got even, Tony Robbins. I was absolutely shocked. He is the #1 known, mentor of prosperity and abundance and the like. He has an 8% success rate. 8%. You wouldn't fly in a plane with Tony Robbins if he could only had an 8% success rate as far as landing that plane. Now, would you? But the reason is, ladies and gentlemen, it's real simple. And I'm going to share this with you. I want you to write this down. There is plenty room at the top because so many people aren't even trying to build abundance in their lifetime because they've even already knocked themselves out the gate because, simply put, they don't believe it. Whatever the mind conceive and believe it will achieve. And Henry Ford said it best. If you believe you can, you can. If you believe you can't, you can't. You're right. You're right. And there's nothing that I can do about that. And I'm a key component. I'm not going to beg people to become rich. Okay, so let's see what the divas have put out here. I want some more answers in here, folks. I know you're on this webinar. I want some more participation. Okay, so Avian says yes. And Shirley says nope in my mind. And let's see, that's all. Oh, come on, guys. Come on. I want some more people participating. I want more. I won't go any further until somebody else puts something in there. Okay. I want somebody else to put down one more person. Let's go. I'm not going to talk any step further. Put it in there. Come on, folks. I want a response from you. Okay, Jackie has put it in there, and Jackie has put in there. She has said, I'm not saying no, I'm just saying not yet. Okay, the only answer, there's only one answer. The only answer is yes. If you have the money in your bank or in your mind, is all that matters. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I will be the first to tell you I would be the first to tell you, before the money showed up in my bank account, I was saying to myself when I began my wealth journey, my favorite mantra was, I am a dynamic diva millionaire. And I said that over and over again. And in 18 months, I became a dynamic diva millionaire. It's that simple. Just that simple. Like I said, it's simple, but it's not easy. Okay? Because how I got there, I'm just going to say, I always believe in sharing the pros and cons, and I'm going to be succinct. I'm not going to go into details about them. Okay, now, let me ask you another question. Hold on. Okay, let me deal with the mindset, why it's so important. What I did was I did some basic things. I started meditating on it. I started praying on it. I started visualizing it. I started meditating, praying, visualizing it, and I started affirming it. And when I started to do that, like, I am a dynamic diva, I'm of the I am mindset that's in the Bible, that's of God, okay? When I started marinating in that, and lo and behold, and then after I started marinating in that, okay, first, number one, let me put it here. Number one, it's a thought. Number two, it is a word. And number three, it is a deed. It is taking action to make it happen. Okay, they say faith without deed is dead. Oh, come on now, Aviance. You the Bible queen, and you always keep me correct because I don't know it verbatim. I'm going to leave that up to you, okay? But I know just enough to know what I know in that Bible, that greatest prosperity book has made me what? A millionaire. And it's going to do the same for you too, ladies and gentlemen. All you have to do is get the gist of it. You don't have to know it verbatim. All you have to do is know the basic foundation and subconsciously take that in your mind and start living it in reality. It becomes a thought, then you speak it into existence, and then you go about the actions of making it happen. So, in a nutshell, prime example. The thought was that I was going to buy my first piece of real estate investment property. Prayed, yada, 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 meditated on it, yada, 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 yada. And then I started speaking it in existence. I am a real estate investor. You see, my first house was an investment piece of property, and your first house should be that one too. Okay? I just need some place to stay for a period of time. And then I took that property and I rented it out, and other people are starting to stay in it too. Okay? So in a nutshell, Karen should be on this webinar. Right? Matter of fact, where's Karen at? Matter of fact, that's my main mentee, Karen. Let me get her on here. Let me see where she's at. Let's see here. Hold on one second, ladies and gentlemen. I'm there. Okay, you're good. You're there. Okay, here. Good, because we're going to let Karen speak and forever hold her peace because, ladies and gentlemen, she is, and you're going to hear it from Karen in a matter of minutes. I'm going to open up your mic. Let me check it in here. Karen, there she is. Hey, baby girl. How are you? Now this is what Karen did. I'm going to talk about Karen, but let me just share my story real quick. Anyway, basically, I put in existence, went out, went through some challenges. Make a long story short, obstacles got in the way. Spirit told me that was my house. It had a soul sign on it. And this is why the prayer meditation is paramount. You'll learn that if you join the program. I listened to Spirit. I called the agent. The agent said the house just fell out of escrow. Now remember, I was not a real estate investor. Didn't know it, but I knew how to be coachable and a good copycat. So a book told me what to do. I read the script verbatim out of that book exactly. And guess what? The real estate agent responded like she was supposed to. She said the house just fell out of escrow. And I promised her if she would give me the house for $125,000, I would, buy the house from her. And basically, make a long story short, she went back to the owner, gave them my proposition, and we negotiated, and I was able to purchase my first house, ladies and gentlemen, without a dime coming out my pocket, because when I purchased that home, it's all about strategy. They gave me a check for $625. I was able to pay my first mortgage payment 45 days later because I rented out one of my rooms for $450. They gave me $900 because they had to make a deposit. And I had garage sales. I opened up my private practice. Here again, I started my home-based business outside of my home as a naturopathic doctor, and the rest was history. So if you can see everything, and I joined a network marketing company, you know what I'm saying? I kept on bringing money in. Even had foster children because I wanted to get in the business of helping other children who didn't have family and didn't have a mom or dad at home to provide them with home, and was able to buy more real estate in that endeavor. You see, ladies and gentlemen, if you make a way out of no way, okay? You sit there and be creative and you think about ways of basically manifesting what you're able to do. Okay. And sometimes you're going to have to go through some challenges to be able to do that. So, but I'm going to shut up for a second because I want my girl Karen to come on in and she's going to share with you her story. But I want you to focus on one thing. She's going to talk about number one, her thoughts, her wealth consciousness. Number two, she's going to talk about, credit. Okay. And number three, she's going to talk about how she got the funding. Karen was the wonderful diva that I've been bragging about and sharing with you. Let me see. Let me go here and see if I can bring her in. Let's see here. Okay, let me see here. A B. Okay, here we go. Let me see. Okay, let me go here. Okay, cool. All right. All right. Hey, Jasmine, how are you? Hey, my aunt, how are you? Hey, let's see here. Tiffany, how are you? Jackie, of course, and Judy, how are you? So what I'm gonna do is, you know what? Oh, divas, is it just all women here? It is. Oh my goodness, that's why women are taking over the world. That's why I created my book, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of men got upset with me. I never forget when I would do lectures all over the U.S. and appeared on TV shows. A lot of men was always saying to me, why did you write a book just for women? I want to become a millionaire too. And I was quite honest with him. It were the women that were coming to me. And to be honest with you, statistically wise, it was the women that were women were going to college, getting more degrees than men. Women were buying more businesses than men. Women were investing in real estate and other that was the market. Hey, if you know anything about marketing and business, you go and you cater to the clientele that you're most likely, and it's not to say women were the ones that were doing it and raising babies at the same time in family. So they were the breadwinners of the family. So I had to cater to them. So that's why I called it Dynamic Diva Dollars for women who aren't afraid to become millionaires. And then for the men, I said, and for the men that love them. To let them know we added in some perks. But this is a prime example, ladies. I mean, it's just literally the whole entire audience are women. And that's why you're going to get to the next level. Because quite frankly, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll be the first to tell you, it truly is 80% of success is showing up, being involved to get to the next level. It truly is simple and easy. So, Karen, I'm going to put you on right now. I'm going to unmute you. Okay. Let me see here. Oh, here we go. That's how I do it that way. Okay, Karen. Let me see here. It's not lighting up green. Karen, are you on your phone? Just type it in if you are. Go to question panel. Okay. Let me see here. Let me say this. Let me preface the conversation. There is plenty of room at the top. Okay. Yes. Okay. PN my computer. What's PN mean? I don't know what PN means. No. Okay. You're not on your computer? Are you on your computer? Let me see if I can get you in audio and if you can call in maybe. Because I would like them to hear from you. But if not, at least yes, I am on my computer. Okay. Do you have a mic on your computer? I wonder why it's not registering. Why it's not allowing you to speak. I understand why it's not allowing you to speak. Hey dear, that's the thing about computers. Okay. Connect to audio. Let me see here. Can you? People can hear you. Okay, give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to try to make this work. I'm going to make a valiant effort. Okay. Send unmute request. Okay. Can you unmute yourself? Are you unmuted? Okay. Let me try. Oh, you there?
Yeah, it worked.
Oh, it wrote. Hallelujah. All right. Okay, there is God in us. Hey, Karen, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing fine.
Wonderful. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, give Karen a round of applause and say thank you because she is on vacation. And I did want her to enjoy her vacation and not have to worry about working. But I'll let her, and I want to thank you, Karen, so much for being on board. Just basically, in a Cliff Notes version, just tell them what you did to basically within 60 days get 101K in your bank account.
Okay. Well, I'm going to start off by saying my mindset is that I always wanted to. Well, first of all, I have a family. I have a husband. I have two daughters. So I always want to spend as much time as them with them as I can. And I work. My commute is about 45 minutes to an hour, so I don't have a lot of time to spend with them. So I'm always looking for ways that I can still bring in an income, but spend more time with my girls. So I was out on Facebook and I saw Elon and I saw the word millionaire. So I said, well, let me check her out. And this was back in, I believe, November, December of 2016. So I came to a webinar just like this, and Elon was saying exactly what I was thinking. So I said, well, let me, have a conference call with her to see, if this is really for me. I did. We clicked. I signed up. Um, and from that point, good things have been happening for me. Like Elon said, she set me up with a program where I was able to amass 101K to put towards my businesses. And Elon doesn't just, do that. She's helping me um, get the uh, businesses that I need to help generate the passive income, um, the multiple streams of income that I need to keep going. So I'm still working now while I'm still building my fortune so that I can fire my boss and just stay home with my kids and still make money and also bring them into the same mindset. So Elon is the real deal. I am moving forward. So there were 3 steps. What were those steps again, Elon? I know I'm on step 3, which is take action. I think it was my thought, mine, and deed. So I'm on the deed part, and we're moving forward, and I'm following Elon. She's holding my hand, and we're doing great things, and I'm happy.
Cool. Thank you so much, Karen. I really do appreciate you. And I'm gonna mute you now. And one of the key things, actually, I'm gonna keep you unmuted for a second because I got to wait. Karen, I'm sorry. I'm gonna go to your. Do you mind if I go to your page? Can I go to your page?
Go ahead.
Do you mind? Okay, thank you.
No, I don't mind.
Good. Appreciate that. Okay. I'm going to go to Karen's page because one of the things that because I want to put some really humanistic context of why, Karen and I and a lot of you are on, this webinar today. I mean, they are having a ball. I mean, look at these kids' faces. I mean, the wonderful pictures that she's been posting. I've been telling her, stop making me jealous. Look how happy she is. Look how happy her kids are. They're having moments, ladies and gentlemen. My sons are my oldest son is 17. My youngest right now is going on 12 soon. But the key thing about it is I have the glory of knowing. Look at this. Look at this. She's on the top. Look at the sunset. Look at the ocean. Look at her kids on her laptop. I mean, they're having a ball. They went to California and they got to see Marilyn Monroe. Even Marilyn Monroe's making money right now, ladies and gentlemen. She's making passive residual income. And she's not with us anymore. So we're following the footsteps. But this is her why. This is why she's doing what she's doing. And the beautiful thing about it, just as beautiful as she is, look at those beautiful young daughters. She's teaching them via example. My mom was my millionaire mentor. My mom didn't have time to like sit me down and take me through a course or program. She was like shadow me because she was too busy making it happen at the time. And that's what your children are going to do. They're going to follow and they're going to do what you do, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. And if you even aspire later on to do these type of things for yourself, let's keep the main thing. The main thing. Some of you don't have children, and that's fine. It's hunky dory. But the key thing about it is, I'm very much in the business of, and that's why I'm serving you. I really think that once we've been blessed, okay, I'm going to meet you now, Karen. Thanks so much. I do appreciate it. I really think that once we've been blessed, you've got to be in the business of blessing other people. It's real simple in order for that karma to keep on flowing back to you. You never take information and hoard it, etc. Because if you do that, it becomes stagnant. You got to let money flow. That's why they call it currency. It's nothing but energy, ladies and gentlemen. And for it to continue to flow, you got to get out there and you got to give back to people. Okay. One of the things that I was reading, a conversation from one of my mentors. He has a book too. Hint, 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 hint. You may want to tap into my book if you don't already have it now. But one of the things that he said in the book, which made a whole lot of sense. Hold on. I know I wrote it down and I know I put it here because I wanted to mention it to you today. Let's see here. Give me 1 second. Come back here. I know it got away from me. But he said something that was really profound. It was like, wow, you know when the universe is talking to you. And tell me I didn't write it down. Let's see here. Ouch, 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 ouch. Nope, I don't think I put it down. Okay. But one of the key things that basically what he said, just paraphrasing what he said, was that when you, because he has achieved the success that he has achieved, now he's in the business of helping people achieve success, which is we would do it anyway. But obviously, the best way to do it, because it's all about giving and receiving, keeping that cycle going, is to constantly have it turning. Okay. So with that in mind, that's all that I'm doing with you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just teaching you the tips. And one of the things that Karen was mentioning, and I'm going to get back, the first thing I taught her to do was the 3 steps. First thing was to develop more consciousness. Now, we'll say this in Karen's favor, okay, that she was halfway there. I mean, that's why she's just continuing on, because she already owned real estate investment property. So her husband was doing that. She already had a business. She just wasn't working a business. She was, I think it was Karen's Creations. She was into jewelry and things of that nature. So she already was having things in perspective. And you want to be a part of what they call, Robert Kiyosaki calls the 4th quadrant. Okay. I participated in one of his millionaire masterminds, paid $5,000 for that little baby. And you learn a lot of gold nuggets from that experience I had. But one of the key things about that wealth consciousness, she was really on point. We just fine-tuned it. And what I really loved about her, she didn't pass go. She didn't collect $200. She really didn't ask a lot of questions. What she did do, ladies and gentlemen, that's what this is all about. You got to trust. She trusts the process more than me. She trusts the process. Trust the process. But I had another diva just like her. Okay. And she had the opportunity, unfortunately, and she had the opportunity to make $50,000, even $100,000. Unfortunately, she did not trust the process. Matter of fact, she distrusted the process, and she was fighting it every single step of the way. You know what I did? I let it go. I let it go. You know why? Because the key thing about it, I knew that at the very, very beginning, she tried hard. I mean, I say this with a lot of love. She tried very hard to do it, but she couldn't break through that negativity, that poverty consciousness. Okay. And I always say, so I'm not going to beg you to become successful. I'm not even going to fight you to become successful. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you true freedom to make the decisions for yourself. Yes, I will guide you by the hand, but also you are still the ultimate decision maker with every endeavor that you have, because I had to do the same thing. The final decision making was between me and God. Okay. To do whatever it is. And that's the same thing with Karen. I give you complete free autonomous space. This is not a dictatorship by any stretch of the imagination. This is truly a democracy. This is truly, I provide you with information, and that's what my key philosophy is. My thing is I provide you with information and I let you make your own decision with what's best for you. Okay. So that's what a key thing. So she had already had that, consciousness. We're just taking it to the next level, because now she has the what? Millionaire mentality, mindset. And that's why she's going to take it to the next level. Okay. Because she's already making 6 figures. Now we're going to take her to 7. Okay. All right. Or 9. So with that in mind, number 2 factor that Karen had in her favor, she had excellent credit. She had a 750 plus FICO score. I didn't tell you exactly what it was, but it was 750 plus. Okay. That was a reality situation. That's why it was easy. Within 7 days, we got her, pretty much approved and taken care of. So see, she had the first 2, and that's why it happened in 7 days. Okay. So you sit back and you meditate, ladies and gentlemen. You on this phone, you can figure where you at on this. And last but not least, now we were able to give her the cash. And so now, but also see what I do, which most people don't do. They give you cash and they send you on your way. Now that's the faux pas. That's the wrong thing to do, ladies and gentlemen, because if you don't have, the consciousness, then it's going to be very difficult. So what I've done is created some vehicles that you can invest into. Voila. What Karen's going to do next, to give you a heads up, she's invested in network marketing. She's invested in affiliate marketing. She is invested in internet marketing. She's invested in her own e-commerce business, and also she's investing in her own separate e-commerce business. But she's investing in my flagship product as a private one-on-one consultant system and Fortune by Azon. Because the one thing about Fortune by Azon, which I absolutely adore and love, that some people had challenges with, was quite frankly what? The capital. You gotta invest in the capital in order to be able to get the inventory, in order to be able to buy the products. It's just really, truly that simple. I see so many programs out there. What used to frustrate me about the programs, they would charge you $3,500 just to give you information. That's why I do make my program quite reasonable. A lot of you know about it. The generic one is $1,500, because my theory is take that other $2,000 and you can start investing in inventory to start running your Amazon FBA business. I really want to make it doable for people to make money. And so that gives you an idea of where Karen is going and where she's taking the money to invest to help leverage it to truly, fully get her to the next level. And what am I doing? I'm sharing with her the system. That's exactly what I did to get to the next level. And the beautiful thing about it is, once again, my having experience of producing 6 figures and 7 figures. And I'm sorry. Let me pray. And also she's investing in real estate. And she's going to be invested in Forex trading and options trading. Now I'm going to discuss that with you for just a second, because a lot of you have been taught and brainwashed to believe that it's about Wall Street and stocks and bonds and things of that nature. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you up front that those are saturated markets. I'm sure you've heard about franchises and brick and mortar type of establishments. You see Macy's closing. You see all these other individuals closing. It is all about having an online business. That's in providing financial services, online business. That is providing e-commerce business, online business. You need to be tapped in all of those. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I own 7. I'm going to say this again. 7 businesses, and all of them are online. That's the only way that I can do it. One of my famous lines, you got to be a jack of all trades and master of some, ladies and gentlemen. The reality situation is only one of me, but I'm able to leverage this real estate, because this is what I call my virtual real estate. Because in the virtual world, it's only limited real estate, physical limited real estate in the world. 75% of the world is made up of water, and the rest of it is land. So but limited amount of land you can get. But online, it is cheaper to start a business than to basically do a brick and mortar. My first brick and mortar was my naturopathic practice, which before a person walked in my door, ladies and gentlemen, I had invested $60,000, and I was paying leasing for about $600-700 a month at the time. Okay, that was 25 years ago. You can't lease for that amount of money. But if you can imagine, before I was even at the gate, I was, basically close to $100,000, in the hole as far as getting things started. And I started on credit cards with that. Okay? Give you an idea how that type of investment was. So I'm going to make a long story that there's a good happy ending with that. But my point is that, with on that same type of business, if I did that same type of business online, do you know, ladies and gentlemen, I can easily start that business under $100, I'll be conservative. I would say I would invest about $1,000. That same type of business, $1,000, and I could be, amassing 6-7 figures with that business. Does that make sense to you? Okay, and do it quicker and sooner than I can. Now, a lot of you, let me be very clear, okay, because I'm at the end right now. It is 11 o'clock. I said it was going to be an hour, and I meant that, and I'm about to end, and then I'm going to answer some questions for you folks. But, a lot of you have gone to college. A lot of you have gotten degrees. You spent 4 years or more, got your degrees. I know I spent more. And got those master's degrees, and you spent 100,000 plus, right? We've all done that. And you weren't even guaranteed a job, but you were willing to do that because of the opportunity that was available to you. Think about that. You weren't even guaranteed a job, and you plucked out $100,000, okay? Because of the opportunity. That's all they gave you was an opportunity, okay? but I'm not going to charge you that to have the same potential, because some of you out there, I got a lot of pharmacists here. I've got electrical engineers here. I've got doctors here. I've got lawyers here. Okay. So a lot of you know what it takes. Okay. And then you put what, 4 years, 5, 6, 7, I put 8 years into mine. Okay. And 8 years in order to be able to do that. And then you graduated, and lo and behold, yeah, we was able to do that. But look at that for some of us, loans and debt we had to pay off in order to get there. Okay, we're still paying them off. Okay, so my thing is, when I'm offering you at a nominal rate, you have nothing to lose. My FBA business, I started with that, with a whopping. Let's see, I invested in my first course was $100. And I think it was 7 actually. Then 100, and then I invested in 15, and I even just now invested into another program, and I even have a mentor in that particular arena. I mean, 35, 5,000, 10,000. I mean, you know, you do. You know, when you want to expand and you go up, you make those type of investments. You know, it doesn't just stop there. People tell you, no, they just put $100 in and that was it. You know, type of thing. Okay, sure you did. Okay, somewhere along the line, you made that investment. So I'm here to share with you that we're talking about all of that, and you can have in your cake and eat it too. Okay, let me see, where is one of my wonderful students? Okay, and so one of the key things is that, oh, Tracy, you're there. Okay, good. One of the key things is that what I'm gonna give you the information that you can have in order to make the best decision for yourself. Okay. And then I'll answer some questions. In a nutshell, to participate in the program, the guiding, the nurturing, and supporting aspect of that program. And I want you to fully understand that what I normally charge just to chit chat with me on the phone is $500 an hour. Because I'm going to get back to this part, because I fully do understand. And let me ask this question before I finalized, what the cost and investment is going to be. Let me go here. Question: How all of you on here, please answer this question. How much money do you have to make a day to be a millionaire? Okay. Answer that question in the box. How much money do you have to make a day in order to be a millionaire? Now, I'm not going to give this individual's person's name out there, but she was gracious enough to share with us. I currently owe $135,000 in student loans, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. And I'm here to share with you information. If you do this right, if you don't pass go, don't collect $200. Okay. Don't worry about that, but we're definitely going to enable her to be able a testimony, being able to pay that off. But we're talking about, being able to make a nominal investment, nowhere near what you invested to get your college degree, with the potential of making, invest 100,000 to make 100,000. I do that all day long too, because that's the best thing that's out there. But imagine just number one, only doing it within 1 year. Like the story back to you about the FBA program. A couple $100 is what I invested into it in the very beginning, and within 9 months, not 90 days, 9 months, I made 6 figures in it. Okay. All right. So I just wanted to give you an idea, but between that span of time, oh yeah, you best believe in between that, when that money started coming in, I invested in $1,500 course, and I invested in $3,500 course, just to give you an idea. Okay. So don't get it twisted, ladies and gentlemen. I started out with investing into a $100 program, but I kept allowing it to grow so I could grow, so I could expand myself. And like I said, even to this day, I'm taking it to the 7 and 8 figure mark. And because of that, a 9-figure mark, that's my mindset and my mentality. So how would you like to piggyback off of my experience? And lo and behold, we'll get you to that within a year span of time. That's my goal. So Tracy chimed in $8,333 a day. Okay. The actual figure, ladies and gentlemen, let me pull this up because I wrote it down. And to be honest with you, I should have memorized it by now, because that's my mindset. Okay. But it's why I charge, just to speak to me on the phone for an hour. I'm worth $500 an hour. I just want y'all to fully understand it. $500 an hour. Why? Because it takes $2,739.73 a day. I got it down to the penny. And that's what you want to realize. You want to be detail oriented, especially when you're asking the universe to provide. Because I'm telling the universe right now, excuse me, universe, I want to be clocking in from one of my online business because one of my mentors, he's generating $17,678 a day with just one of his online businesses. I'm going to say that again. My mentor is $17,608 a day, which is one of his business. And I'm getting close to my $2,739.73 a day in my business. Okay. I'm just taking a bite, out of the elephant here right now. That's my first goal. And it should be yours too. And I say this to you, if you do not know this answer, you're not ready. If you don't already believe that you're already a millionaire, you don't need to sign up into this program. If you don't already believe that you're qualified, that you are capable, and more importantly, that you are worth $2,736.67, you don't need to be a part of this program. Okay. And more importantly, you really need to be a part of this program if you know these things too, that you're capable, you're qualified, and that you're worthy. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm done talking. I'm going to basically share this with you succinctly and to the point. In order to participate, it is $1,500 to do a one-on-one with me. And I say that with extracts next to me, meaning that you would talk to me just once a week. And that's it. Okay. For an hour in regards to your program, etc. Okay. All right. And that's $500 a month if you space it out, because the program is completely within a 90-day period of time. Okay. Just really that simple. In addition to that, you will be provided with a game plan success system that I'm going to put you in to get you into that wealth consciousness, to get you into that credit worthiness arena, all your ducks lined up. Okay. I'm going to ask everybody, how many people have a will and a trust? How many people have life insurance, medical insurance, dental insurance? How many people here have pharmaceutical discounts or let's see here, incentives? How many people have here great credit? Okay. All right. So we have a system and strategy where we are going to, number one, develop your wealth consciousness. Number two, we're going to get you credit worthy. And not just personal credit worthy. Hold on. Let me be clear. We're talking about business credit. Business credit is different from personal credit. You need a DNB for that. Okay. Dun & Bradstreet. That's a different number. Probably know nothing about that. Because I want you to make the mistakes that I made. All my real estate was in my name. So when the real estate debacle happened and I lost everything, my credit went kaput too. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen. So you're going to learn from my successes and you're also going to learn from my failures. And I always say this motto: the best mistakes are learn other people's mistakes, because it saves you time, money, energy, and stress. Okay. So I'm going to show you what I did right. You're going to learn from what I did wrong. And we combine those two together. We'll have you quicker, sooner, faster to success than even myself. Because I've been there, done that, and I wore that t-shirt, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. So you're going to become personal credit worthy. You're going to become business credit worthy. And then you're going to become real estate credit worthy. Because of course, 90% of millionaires, own real estate. So it's not an option, ladies and gentlemen. You must be in a real estate game. Okay. And with that in mind, and then we're going to talk about, you're going to get into Forex game. You're going to get into options trading game. And I don't want to hear, I don't know how to do options trading, Forex trading. Look. If you can become doctor, lawyers, Indian chiefs, etc., you can learn how to do that. And today is not an option. And I tell you why. Because you trusted Wall Street with your money. A lot of you guys have 401ks. Please. If you had a 2008 when some people retired, do you see what precarious situation those people were in when they had to cash out that money in 2008 when the stock market crashed and went down to 7,000? and now it's back up to 20,000, but those people had to get out at that time. You don't want to put yourself in a situation. So if you learn about credit, you'll be able to recognize that crash or that bust when it happens, be able to pull your money out so you won't lose it. And you want to be able, don't expect the expert so-called to help you. That's show business, ladies and gentlemen. I had my securities license. I had my mortgage license. See, I've had my real estate and, expertise, certification in that arena. So I know the game, ladies and gentlemen. And so learn from an expert in that arena. That's why if I'm learning how to trade, options trading, forex trading, and I did commodities trading, you best believe you need to learn to do that, because what? Nobody's going to take care of your money better than you. I learned the hard way, so shall you. Okay, you cannot trust the banks and these financial these financial institutions to take care of you. So you're going to learn how to do all of those type of things. That's right. Yep, we're back in school, ladies and gentlemen. You're in Wealth 101. You're in Millionaire 101. Okay, and your grade is not going to be an A. It's going to be that $1 million in your bank account. How about that? That's a good grade. That's a good grade, right? I'm sure everybody likes that one. But anyway, $1,500 to work with me, and include within that, you're going to participate in these programs. They're nominal. They're very reasonable as far as participating in these particular programs, okay? In order to be able to do that, okay? Those of you who are already in my Millionaire Mentor program, you're already grandfathered in, okay? So you already know the deal. But a lot of you are going to be changing because we changed companies, etc., for very obvious reasons. When I find something bigger and better that's going to help you accomplish your objective, that's where we're going to go and help you get to the level of millionaire status, okay? So it's real simple. You learn all about those when you participate in the program, okay? So with that in mind, I'm here now to answer all of your questions that you may have in regards to this phenomenal program. Okay? So ask away. Ask today. And ladies and gentlemen, someone had shared with me. They said, I hope you don't mind. When I do things, I ask a lot of questions, etc. No, I don't mind. I absolutely do not mind, okay, at all, okay? Now, I will say this to you. Those of you whom are financially challenged, let me say this caveat, as far as the Millionaire Mentor program, what I will do is, for you, okay, when we get you financing and funded, we'll allow you to pay my fee, okay, as far as the coaching is concerned, okay? Here's the if part, if you participate in one of the programs that I'm going to share with you, okay? So you get to have your cake and eat it too. Okay. And it's either going to be, it's an affiliate marketing program product, or it's going to be a network marketing program product, or it's going to be an e-commerce program or product or something of that nature. Okay. If you participate in those, which is a nominal investment, you can't beat that one. It's a great deal. You'll be making money, learn how to make money, and then you'll be schooled in knowledge. Now, keep in mind, I'm going back to that story about Rob Day. Was that, like I said, I joined that company basically to work with him and develop the mindset and be around millionaires. Because they always tell you that if you're trying to be a millionaire, your circle of influence is going to be important. If the people that you're surrounding yourself with, if they're not millionaires, you're not going to be a millionaire. So, at least 5 people you should be surrounding yourself should be millionaires. So this is a very inexpensive way, because if you're part of these network marketing companies, well, it's not going to just be me, because my mentor in this one particular millionaire pro, well, all of them, because me, I work at the top. I'm either working with the founders of the company, the owners of the company, of these network marketing companies, or the person that is already a top recruiter who is making millions in the company. So it kind of has the piggyback effect. So you have access to many millionaires, and you start generating that energy. You start feeling it, you start thinking it, you start acting it, you start doing it, and voila, it shows up in your bank account. So this is a real inexpensive way to do that, because to work with these folks, you're plocking down no less than $25, $30, even $50,000 a month to work and to be mentored by these individuals. But it makes a lot of sense, because think about it. You're putting out $50,000 a month, but this person is giving you gold nuggets that's going to make you tens of millions of dollars. I do it all day long. I am doing it all day long. So I suggest you do the same thing too. Really that simple. Okay, so yes, exactly right. Yes, sure, sure. Jackie said, I just need an opportunity to get in and work it. Yes, Jackie, you're gonna get all that. And so we've already started taking care of you, Jackie. You already know what that's all about. And we go for him. You know, you've been my teacher in my head for 10 years. But what do you feel sets your programs apart from all the other promising the same results? With Seth myself, see, keyword, they were promising it. You just now spoke with Karen. Cheryl, you just now spoke with Karen. She's right now, like I said, and I started out with Karen in January. We started the program. 7 days in January after she started the program, she was approved for 30 to 50K. Okay. I mean, you heard it from her. I have actual proof of successfully helping people get to that level. That people became millionaires in real estate. I've already shared that with you. Okay. So that's the, I can't get it. Like I said, documentation beats conversation. You know, I showed you Karen and I showed you where she's at right now. She's on a trip in Hawaii with her kids on vacation. You heard it from her. She told you the whole truth and nothing but the truth, etc. So that's what sets my, and I take pride in that because I've been a part of some of those programs, and this is what I would share with you, Cheryl, because you're asking a very good question. And what I mean by that is I've been a part of programs where, the person would say, I made $1 million, and I did this and I did this, I. And my question was, well, that's great for you, but have you been able to duplicate that? You see, everything that I put on the table to you, even my FBA business, I duplicate myself before I put it out there because my theory is if I can teach somebody else how to do it, one person, then I can definitely teach a group of people how to do it. Matter of fact, you guys right now, if you choose to participate, you're part of my beta stage. That's why you're getting it so on the cheap. Because you best believe once I get this iron down, and I'm able to show in this particular program that I produced a millionaire based upon my system and strategy. Oh, you best believe they're going to be paying 10 pops a month just to participate in it. 10K a month, if not more, depending on how I feel. Okay, because my thing is, my God, let's think about it. 10K get you to seven figures, and you're willing to pay $100,000 or 150. My nephew just now graduated from Morehouse. His parents paid $150,000 with the hopes of getting a job when he graduates. And guess what he's gotten so far, ladies and gentlemen? Not very much. Working for Uber and the like. And more importantly, to make it, he went to the military, into the Marines. Okay? And people bought into that. They're not even guaranteeing you or promising you. They are promising the possibility. That's very, very true. Okay? But what I'm saying is, it's what I've produced. Now, people, I can do but so much. Karen had to go through the program. 2 people participated in it. Karen went through the whole process. The other woman backed up into fear and things of that nature, and she didn't go to the next level. And so, I basically honored her and told her that I felt that she wasn't ready for this program at this juncture. Because I don't want your money. I want your success, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very, very clear about that. That's my high. That I'm able to duplicate myself. You might have heard it. People think it's like, very people are very cynical and think that that's not genuine, but it really is genuine. What's the sense of being at the top of the mountain and you're the only one there? But imagine, I was so happy that I was able to take 2 other millionaires with me when I made my millions in real estate, because we got a chance to, because we went through the hardness, and we got a chance to look at each other and celebrate and get excited because we know we went through. Ladies and gentlemen, 7 days, a week working. I didn't take a vacation for a whole year straight. I worked 7 days, worked, 15, 16, 17 hours per day. Oh my God, if I could tell you all the trial and tribulation. Went to court so many times, evicting tenants from property, and then, going into disputes with mortgage lenders. And if I tell you the trials and tribulations that I went to, were great. There were great moments. And there were some challenging moments, but we all got through it together. We were able to look at each other because we were part of the club now. We were part of the Millionaire Club, and we knew what it took to get there. So I said it to say to you, it's a lot of fun. And so, like I said, because I've been blessed, I want to get in the business of blessing other people. So the thing that sets my program apart for any other program that's out there is just, I can confidently say to you, what I'm capable of doing for you because I've accomplished it for not only myself, but for other people too. Okay. I hope that helps you. Okay, let's see here. Okay, I answered somebody else's question already. Cool. Okay. Uh, I'll talk that with you a little bit later, Aviance, because you're already a part of the your grandfather into some things as far as the FBA program is concerned. So I'll talk to you about that because basically as the program progressed, when we get better, that's what we do. Okay. But people that are already in right now, you're grandfathered in. Okay. So it's based upon our agreement that we made in the last go round. So I'll discuss that with you later, Aviance. Cool. Good question though. But remind me, you know me, ladies and gentlemen, if you work with me, I am an absent-minded professor. I do forget things, so you have to stay on me. Remember, if I don't call you, call me. When we have appointments, and stay on me, and I get to the next level. I always say the professor has his A. You're trying to get yours, so you have to be the aggressor sometimes. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Well, you did take my advice as far as that is concerned. Let me just, I will say this to you. And that's what I'm talking about, how association brings on a simulation. Let me just share this with you. I'm going to tell on you, Aviance, in a good way, of course. I'm going to talk about you. One thing when people talk about you, another thing when they talk good things about you. Aviance has been in my program, and she is one of my top students. I mean, to be honest with you, it's Karen and Aviance. They are my top students in this program. They're doing very well. And one thing I love about Aviance, she's been in all of my my FB lives where I'm motivating you and I'm providing you with resources and information. So she took a gold nugget, and what she did was she started her FBA business already. And she's made hundreds of dollars. Matter of fact, I think she said she paid off one of her bills or whatever. But one thing I told her to do was take items from. She said she took items from her home, ladies and gentlemen, sold them on Amazon, FBA, and also on eBay. Okay. And she made money. And she's starting. That's how it works. Ladies and gentlemen. This is how it works. Okay. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So this is how it works, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. And that's just by marinating it, just by taking my gold nuggets, and that's what you need to do. Matter of fact, I got a deal for Aviance and another student that is a pharmacist. They are clueless about it, but this is what I'm talking about. Where literally it's $1 million deal. Okay, and it's an opportunity to work with me on this deal. Why? Simply put, they have the credentials. They don't know what I'm going to come to the table with, but it's an absolute phenomenal idea that I came up with about a couple of days ago. And that's the beautiful thing about it is, ladies and gentlemen, I will have plans and programs for each and every single one of you. Even participate in my private label products and things of that nature. These are $1 million deals that you'll be able to piggyback off of, get in, learn from, and profit from. My real estate deals. All of these are, where I know are going to be successful because I've had proven success track record of achieving success. So that's why, I know you will be. Let me not say I know, because they say, I said you know you will be successful. Let me say, there are no guarantees in life, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot 100% guarantee, but I do know this. If you follow a certain pattern, you're going to receive some type of success. Let's say you don't get to $1 million. You won't be mad at me if you become 100,000 there, right? At all. You will accomplish some objectives to get to the next level, but the onus is on you. The reason why the difference between Karen and my other student who are at the same level is because Karen believed in it and the other student didn't. That's the only difference. And that's why Karen is getting the results. Because she's doing the work and she's practicing what she's preaching. She's moving on and she's doing it. The only difference. Okay? One had a poverty consciousness, the other had a prosperity consciousness. One was positive, the other one's negative. Really, believe it, it's a mindset. And you can afford that, ladies and gentlemen. It wasn't about the money. Okay, let's see. Last question, and then I'm going to end because we're going on an hour and a half. Okay, that's right. You write that. I wouldn't be mad. I could flip 100K so many ways. You're absolutely right about Cheryl. You're absolutely right about that. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, if you're interested in what I'm sharing with you, what I want you to do is this. This is your next step that you want to do. And even people that are in my program, I want you to do this too. Okay, I want you to email me. I'm gonna give you my email address. Okay, here's my, oh wait, did I do that right? Send to all. Okay, there we go. I want you to email me. I sent it to you. And let's see, maybe I'll pull this up. Okay, email me. I'm going to put it up here and make it larger than this. Email me at innovations, for international, at gmail.com. Okay, EINNOVATATIONSINT at gmail.com. Email me. Yes, I am a millionaire mentee. And I will call you. It'll give me a number and best time. And I'm gonna tell you the best time is ASAP. Just to give you a hint. um, and give me your number and best time that I can call you. And let's get rocking and rolling. Just to make a long story short. This offer ends. This glass slipper. The pumpkin's gonna turn into a. The carriage is going to turn to a pumpkin at 11:59 p.m. Sunday. Okay. All right. And that's it. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to thank you guys so much. Most people let the start stop them. Do not, I repeat, do not let the start stop you. I'm having a ball like Arsenio Hall. Regardless if this could be a life-changing moment for so many of you, on this webinar or watching this video, etc. It could be all that for you. And I'm really wishing you the best. But no matter what you do, I am a dynamic diva millionaire. But I would really, truly love for so many of my friends to join me on the journey. We're having a ball, right, Karen? Right, Aviance, etc. All the rest of the team members, we're having a ball like Arsenio Hall, Tracy. So let's continue on the journey together. And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you at the top of the top. More importantly, I will see you at the bank. Bye-bye for now. How do I do this? Okay.